Yo, GM, what is up, everyone? Taking a quick look at the Yuga ecosystem this morning. We've got Bored Apes still at 45.30 on the top bid. They're continuing to be farmed by the farmers heading at the top of the leaderboard. Then we also have Mutants. Mutants are looking like they might want to go below 9 soon. We're sitting at a 1 to 5-ish ratio. It's more like 1.495, I think, the last time I checked. But I'd be really interested to see some Mutants kind of drift apart from that 1 to 5 ratio and maybe head to 1 to 5.5. I think that starts to make Mutants look very interesting. Looking at the heavy metals, we haven't seen a whole lot of, push on heavy metals yet, but with the game around the corner, leading into the summer, definitely interesting. Something that caught my attention the other day was that the hollows had kind of drifted down towards 10 ETH. It seems like we have a significant amount stacking up around this 11.5 range, with the floor having a companion. Still really interested in Celestials. I think if these continue to drift a little bit more, I'm going to have to pick one up because, man, these by far have some of the most wicked art in the entire collection. Reavers, though, they're still holding their 4 ETH floor pretty strong. Not too enticed to buy these yet at 4 ETH. I think we could see potentially a little bit lower, but, there's only 1,000 of them, so we'll see what holds up. Looking at punks, we are seeing like a return of volume to punks, and this is mainly because of the new changes in the blur point farming system that came out. So essentially, instead of basing all of the point distribution based on volume, it's more related to the rank of the collection overall. So basically, punks sitting at the second place ranking for volume just puts them in a category that allows for them to collect more points. So essentially my prediction is that we were going to start seeing a rise of the 2x point collections. Basically any of these on Blur that had 2x points, we're going to start to maybe make their way towards the top 10, just because farmers have incentive to drive volume to those collections to capture the most amount of points. Moving on, we've got doggos continuing to drift down a little bit. I'm interested in picking up another doggo, but to be honest, I don't really have another ape to pair one with right now, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to play this. They were obviously very important to getting the tier 4 pass for Dookie Dash, but we still don't know what their next role will be. But with the dog bone missing and everything, it's clear there's going to be a need for them. It's just a matter of when. So looking at dogs, let's switch over to Otherdeeds, where we have the OG collection now under 0.9 ETH on the top bid. This becomes very interesting because we're drifting back down to that 0.85 range where we kind of bottomed out previously. That was previously pushed down because of the looks rare farming that was happening. So people were undercutting themselves trying to get looks rare rewards, and then they ended up getting swept up, and we moved into the second trip and off we went. So basically the one thing that's very catching my eye right now on these Otherdeeds is that they're only about a 5 to 7% premium compared to the Expanded and the Vessels. So Expanded sitting at 0.61 and Vessels sitting at 0.23. Obviously there's some royalties involved on the new collections with Yuga being able to enforce those royalties. So there's that little bit of it's 5%, if you just look at the numbers, but after royalties, it's more of a 7% difference, which basically means we've gotten rid of the premium for the enchanters, but they're still sitting at about 2x the floor. So there's some positive EV to be had there. Another thing with the OG collection is you can actually use that one currently with Blend, which makes it kind of interesting. If you're looking to farm on some points, you might be able to place a bid at 0.9 or 0.89, and then you could turn around and take a 0.8 ETH bid or a loan offer, and then kind of hedge your bet a little bit so you at least don't get blown through. But I don't know. There's some different strategies. I'm not going to get too much into them. The last thing I'm going to talk about is Meebits. Oh my goodness, 1.75. Have you ever looked at the mirror and you thought maybe, holy crap, I'm the problem? Well, I did that with Meebits. I was kind of bidding them pretty hard around 2 ETH, and then I realized that if I just walked away, the floor price would go down. So here we are. I'm, going to continue to probably try and dollar cost average into these. But 1.76, man, sheesh. When you look at a dog at like 3.8 and you see Meebits at 1.75, and it's like, bro, the math ain't mathin'. I would personally, I don't know, not financial advice, I'd be selling the dog and buying Meebits, but that's just me. I'm kind of like just blindly following their Meebit 1.1 to 2.0 roadmap. Plenty of steps along the way to make something, all sorts of interesting things happen. They've already breathed a whole lot of life into Meebits with their recent 1.2 update. So I don't know, maybe I'm just a blind follower, but you know what? I'm bullish on the Meebits. I believe that's everything. Anyways, peace out.